Hey, Love and Elevation. Thank you for joining me. I want to do a quick reading for the collective. It's a general reading, but my intention is to bring motivation, um, a sense of peace, and resilience during this time. I hope you gain something from this reading, and if not, there are other readers on YouTube or other places, and use your own intuition and understanding as to how to gain self mastery during this time and in any time, really. So I just wanted to do a video, and this is not to give anyone advice, um, per se, but it's a something I'm picking up on the energies that are potentials, and so my intention is that it may bring awareness to whoever is or whomever is watching and listening. But don't ever take anyone's opinion as face value or only run with someone else's opinion or understanding. Do your own research and listen to your own intuition and inspiration. So, with all that being said, let's get into the reading. Confusion just came out. Regenerating. So, just from these cards that came out, I mean, it really, there's Eight of Wands, confusion, Mother, fire, regeneration, and then the Sun card came out as well. So there's a need to come out of confusion from come out of confusion and gain your own understanding and your own awareness of self, of your environment, of your experience, and regenerate your inner fire, your will. Allow spirit or the most high, your angels, spirit guides, ancestors, whomever it is that you connect with, that internal flame within yourself, allow it to be regenerated. Walk through the fire so that anything that no longer resonates with you, you can forgive and truly move forward and heal what no longer serves you. A lot of people talk about karma, and not a lot of them talk about the benefits of that and the blessings that are to come and that can come. The lessons that we've gone through. That's important to understand. Forgiveness, being lighthearted, let your joy and your love be an all consuming fire. Align with spirit, align with truth. There's a need to see yourself for who you truly are. Come out in the sun, come out into the light and shine your light. Be open. Come out of this and to come out of this heavy energy into brilliance, into the brilliant light, into the magnificence and glory that is your potential. Perception, your perception of things is what's important, is what's being magnified. How you're seeing things, how you're thinking about things. Self doubt, self defeating thoughts. There's a need to find balance, find harmony within the self. All things are possible. Do you want the best to happen? The best is yet to come. When you've gone through what seems to be the worst, allow the best to take place. And then the crone transmutation card came out, and it's exactly what I'm saying about there being a need to come out of the fire, walk through the fire. I heard a quote saying, um, if you something to the effect of, if you feel like you're walking through hell, or if you feel like you're in hell, then walk through it like you own it. And so, own your scars, own the depth of your soul, own who it is that you truly are, own all of it, the whole of who you are, and transmute, I want to say, the lower energy into purity, like purify. There's a need, like if there's a stirring up and a bubbling up, like I'm just seeing like a pot of water boiling, and that rolling water, that heat kills the impurities. So allow that fire to be an all-consuming fire, um, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. If it didn't meet the fire, if it didn't walk through that harsh time and the heat and the pressure, then it wouldn't know the heights to which it could soar. And then the community nine of earth card comes out. So there's a need to celebrate, to come together with all walks of life, different women sitting around the fire celebrating. They all bring something different to the table. So there's a need to come out and be your best self, because what you have is, your purpose is only fulfilled by you, can only be fulfilled by you. Your authenticity is what's needed, is what's necessary. But you must come out of this confusion and come out of the fire born again, renewed, refreshed, rebirthed. You were made for this. Nobody can bring to the table what you can. It may be similar. It might seem as if someone else is doing something that you want to do. Use that inspiration to motivate you to do it your way, with your own spin on it. Many people can see the same thing, but they'll never see exactly, the same thing, or see it how you see it. So it's an illusion that you must see through. See that although this storm may seem great, it's really not. It's really not that big. It's only as big as you make it. Put your focus on other things. Let this be the end of the confusion and the end of the illusion. And the illusion will change. There'll be other distractions, but you choose whether you allow it to consume you or not. Take a look at that card and look at the energy from that card. Look how great the sun is shining. How great all that energy is in the rays of sun. And she's dressed up, preparing for the worst. And the worst is not so bad. she can step to the other side and be up out of that rain, up out of that storm. Where are you being called to move? Which way will you move? How will you perceive your storm? Choose a different path. Turn your back to the storms. Turn your back to the things that are no longer serving you. Illuminate the things that are serving you. Be more of a warrior in your spirit. That transmutation card is popping out again. Call on your spirit guides. Call on your angels. Call on your higher self. Declare and decree the things that you see fit for yourself. Follow your inspiration. Follow that light within yourself. Allow it to shine forth. I was talking to someone recently, and we were talking about the song, This Little Light of Mine, and just saying, like, well, we're going to make sure we change the words, when we sing it for ourselves, like, this big light of mine, because my light is big, speaking it into existence. And the cards that came out are Cycle, the World, and the Great Void. And then the other cards that are kind of just peeking out are Manifestation, Intention, and the Star. So it's just a reminder to allow cycles to end. When there's a seeming dark cycle or dark phase, there's going to be a phase of rebirth as well, death and life, ebb and flow. So allow things to flow as they need to. When people are trying to walk out of your life, allow them to. When cycles are trying to end, when you see the same things going on, same situation, same shit, a different day, allow it to come and go. Don't try to hold on to something. Don't try to make sense of everything. Ask what's the lesson that I need to learn from this, and ponder on that for a moment, but then keep going. Move forward. Be one with all that is. There's snakes, there's butterflies, there's flowers, there's it's all life. It's all a part of life. And the more that we can harmonize with it, the better. When there feels like there's a void, allow that gestation time to be filled with things that empower you. Empower. Step into your power. Allow what's brewing inside of you to give you life. To magnify your strengths, magnify your purpose, magnify your calling. Allow these things to manifest. Allow that to be your greatest intention. Allow your wishes and your dreams to come true. Discernment, and it's all good. Allow these experiences to help you to strengthen your discernment and know that it's always good. No matter what's going on, it's always good. Always. When you have that mentality, that strength, that fire, that resilience, that's something that can't be bought. It's priceless. Taking every experience as it comes and going with it, flowing with it. Knowing what steps to take. I'm just gonna read this just because I want to. Discernment. As spiritual, physical, and energetic beings, we often blur the lines between our energy, the energy of a situation, and the energy of another person. When we take on other people's energy and label it as our own, we start to judge. This lowers our energetic vibration. We then get caught up in seemingly never-ending cycles of feeling bad, labeling, justifying, and appropriating what is not ours to claim. The lesson here, as in the previous card, is to be present, not label or judge, and let the energy feeling wash over you. Once you do this, notice where in your body you feel the effects of this emotion. Does your heart open up? Does your belly hurt? Does your throat get tight? Your head can lie to you. Your head can lie to you, but your body never does. It is easy to become overwhelmed. Make a habit of making your first response overwhelming energy. Wow, what's interesting, instead of what's wrong with me. So start doing that. Say, wow, that's interesting, instead of saying, wow, what's wrong with me. This allows you to objectively discover how and why your body is reacting to the given situation or person. This card is asking you to stop looking outside of yourself um, for answers to an issue. Instead, sit with it and listen to what your body is telling you to do. Sit with it. Sit in that great void. Sitting with it. Allowing things to be as they are. And then that's a number 6. And then the other card is It's All Good. It says that every experience you have in your lifetime has the potential to be a teaching tool. By remembering and embracing this idea, the situations you encounter become less fraught with unneeded emotion and drama. By not attaching labels or expectations to people and situations, you allow the pure divine energy to flow unimpeded. While you may have little control over what happens to you at times, you always have control over how you react. Do you react on an impulse? Strike out at others when you feel hurt? Do you crawl into your safe place when the world seems mean and hurtful? Face this challenge in your life head on. Be thankful for the opportunity to experience whatever it is that is happening. Set yourself a goal of learning from every situation in your life. Find that silver lining. It's here. So I pray that this message was the confirmation that you needed, the motivation that you possibly needed, and I pray that you are well, safe, and you're able to see the silver lining in your life. Love and elevation today and every day.